Now, we're all getting used to seeing the map of Ukraine. It lies north of the Black Sea. Pull the zoom out a bit and look southeast, and you will see Armenia and Azerbaijan. These two countries have long been in conflict over the disputed Nagorno-Karabakh region. Russian troops have kept the peace, and thousands are stationed in Armenia. But some say that Armenia suffers from Stockholm syndrome about Russia. It has to love the Russian forces that, in fact, keep it captive. Let's speak to Varuzhan Nersesyan, who is the Armenian ambassador to the UK. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning, and I welcome all of your listeners to your radio station.
You're very welcome. I think it's fair to say that there will be some people who will have been aware what was going on in Armenia and Azerbaijan. Specifically, we're talking about Armenia here, but many will not. Can you just explain how the war has affected tensions that may already have existed in Armenia?
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your questions. And of course, Armenia is located in a very vulnerable geopolitical location in the area of South Caucasus. And already before the current crisis around the Ukraine, Armenia and Nagorno-Karabakh suffered immensely from the aggression, from the war that was perpetrated by a neighboring country in September 2020. And the current crisis in Ukraine was only exacerbated, and because it was used, the Ukrainian crisis by Azerbaijan to escalate the situation, as we have seen that because the attention of international community is focused currently on Ukraine, we have seen certain attempts by Azerbaijan to escalate the situation, particularly in Nagorno-Karabakh. The population has been harassed and threatened by the Azerbaijani government in the neighboring villages. There have been many attempts to create constant provocations at the line of contact and also violations of ceasefire. But not only of that, the psychological warfare is being conducted against the people of Nagorno-Karabakh, particularly the Azerbaijani side brings loudspeakers and harasses the local population, threatening them to leave their own villages, their own homeland, their ancestral land, threatening to use force unless they abide by these threats and they leave their homes. Apart from this, unfortunately, Azerbaijani side has exploded the gas pipeline leading to Nagorno-Karabakh and not allowing the specialists, the gas specialists to enter that area and to restore the gas pipeline. And because of this, the entire population of Nagorno-Karabakh is deprived from gas and energy supply. And they are at the brink of a humanitarian serious crisis.
And were Russian troops invited in to help, to keep the peace?
Well, Russian troops, this is not troops in that area of Nagorno-Karabakh. These are Russian peacekeeping forces that are deployed there in accordance to November 9 and 10 ceasefire statement between the governments of Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Russian Federation. And Russian peacekeeping force was able at the time to stop the bloodshed. In November 2020, when they entered that area after the ceasefire, they are currently, yes, in that area. And thanks to them, the peace is being maintained in that area.
Of course. And I understand that you have your own concerns within your country. You've talked about this intimidation. You've talked about the gas pipeline. However, you've also spoken about bloodshed. Now, Russia is currently responsible for a huge amount of bloodshed of children, of civilians in Ukraine. Does that make your links with Russia, your reliance on Russian peacekeeping troops, as you call them, less palatable, more difficult?
Well, of course, we are very much concerned about the current crisis in Ukraine, as we have strong, centuries-old relations with both countries. With Russian people and with Ukrainian people, we have old bonds of friendship and close relations. Apart from that, of course, we have large Armenian communities in Ukraine. Almost 500,000 Armenians reside in Ukraine. and 2 million Armenians reside in Russian Federation. So already we are receiving, hundreds, if not thousands, of groups in Armenia of people who seek refuge in Armenia, not only Armenians, but people of Russian origin, of Ukrainian origin. They come to Armenia and seeking refuge. So we are already in one or another way affected. And of course, we want this crisis to be ended as soon as possible. And we hope that the negotiations that have been that the both sides are trying to carry on will succeed and will lead to mutually agreeable terms for ceasefire.
Well,
we only hope and pray for that.
Absolutely. Go on.
Yes, please.
Well, I was going to say to you that Russia say it's a military operation. The international community says it's an invasion. What do you think it is?
Well, as I said, we maintain very close relations to both countries. We are not here in position to bring an evaluation to this, and then our government is completely neutral in this endeavor, in this situation. As I said, our position is to, as soon as possible, to help them, to the both sides, to achieve peace. At this stage, the most important thing is not to create evaluations, but to stop the bloodshed. That's the most important task for all sides involved, be it Armenia, be it the international community, be it Russian Federation or Ukraine. The first and important task is the stop of the bloodshed, and then to address the situation and to find out solutions. This is what is important at this stage, because this suffering is for everybody. Well, the international community is so much interlinked and intertwined that this suffering cannot be only localized. Okay. When Armenia was subjected to aggression and Nagorno-Karabakh was subjected to aggression by Azerbaijan and, by the way, by Turkey simultaneously, we were expecting the world to address in a more vigorous way. So we know what is the situation when a human population, when the civilian population is under bombardments. And
of course,
in this case, of course.
Varuzhan, let me just ask you one final question, because I understand that you say you have to remain neutral. A lot of people won't understand that, but some people will, because of your geopolitical position. You say that the bloodshed needs to end. There needs to be a solution. What do you think that solution might be?
Well, first of all, it's up to the two countries to have their common vision about the future. It's about Russia and about Ukraine to find out a common solution. These nations share a common history. There's people. I mean, it's really very painful to watch what's going on, because they share common history, common traditions. And it's very, very painful. It's first of all up to the two countries to find a mutually equitable solution so that it would satisfy the both sides and have and create a common future for them.
Okay.
It's frankly speaking very difficult for outsiders to understand this situation. But we, being a part, with Russia and Ukraine, as a part of the one state in the past, we know these things from not from distance, but so that's why it's very, very painful. I very much hope for the two people and two governments it will be possible to achieve a breakthrough. Right now, it seems it's very dangerous, very difficult. But I very much hope that in a good faith it will be possible for the negotiators that need constantly to achieve a breakthrough.
Yes, well, we all hope so. Thank you very much for talking to us this morning. That is Varuzhan Nersesyan. He is the Armenian ambassador to the UK.